the clinical need to offer patients with TR something which is less invasive is tremendous. And there's so many patients who have severe tricuspid regurgitation, they develop signs of right heart failure. We all know that right heart failure is a very unpleasant thing to have. And although surgery can be done with good reduction in TR, but it comes with a high risk. And intra-hospital mortality is very high, especially in that sick patient population. And that explains why the field of transcatheter tricuspid valve interventions evolves as fast and rapidly as we see it today. So the Be-Right registry provides us with new evidence about the Triclip system, which is a edge-to-edge repair system especially designed to treat TR. The whole field sort of started off with the Triluminate trial, which was the first to prove the safety and efficacy. But in that study, patients were quite selected in terms of anatomy. And what we now have with Be-Right is a more real-world reflection of what's going on, what kind of patients are treated at the moment, how they are treated, and what results can we expect. And that's exactly what Be-Right as a real-world registry brings to the field. So the main and key findings of the Be-Right registry for me are first the fact that the vast majority of patients were treated with massive or torrential TR to start with. So that shows how late we see these patients and how sick they are. But at the same time, it also shows that with more experience and with the latest generation of the Triclip system, we can treat these patients who have even more than severe but massive and torrential TR. Second main finding is that it's extremely safe TR used in the Triclip system. We have very, very few procedural complications. Thirdly, in terms of efficacy, we look at a rate of moderate or less TR at 1 year of more than 80%. I think this is quite good. It's very promising, and it suggests that the early result is also maintained throughout the 1 year follow-up. And then lastly, different tests in terms of symptoms, quality of life, and all there we see positive signal. Obviously, this is not randomized, but a clear improvement in NYHA class, clear improvement in quality of life, and that's also what we see in daily clinical routine. So the idea is to enroll at least 500 patients. What's being presented here at London Valves were 200 patients with 1 year follow-up. So the next step is to expand the analysis, to look at all the 500 patients, and then obviously move from 1 year to 2 years and 3 years. So there's much more work to do, but also a huge potential for more learning. We have solid evidence now about the safety and the efficacy, but efficacy obviously without having a proper control. So the event of having randomized data from randomized trials is the thing everyone is looking for. I mean, it's extremely exciting. We probably will get within the next 12 months results from the Triluminate pivotal trial, which is in a randomized comparison of Triclip procedure as compared to medical therapy. But there are also a couple of other studies doing exactly what the Triluminate pivotal trial is doing, so comparing transcatheter approaches for TR with medical treatment. And the results of these trials will put, hopefully, the whole field on very solid scientific grounds. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a new kid on the block. We reached now a certain level of knowledge, understanding, imaging skills, but also we created awareness for the disease. So these patients, they're sent they're referred earlier and they're seen by interventionalists. And that explains why the interest is increasing. The clinical need is needless to point out. It is tremendous. And what's also quite interesting about the field of transcatheter tricuspid therapies is that unlike mitral, where we saw and still see very little improvement or development when it comes to replacements, it is slightly different with tricuspid, because now we have already early data from the replacement systems, and obviously that also creates a lot of excitement